Hello to my beautiful knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr.RoyalNieves, coming back at you with another phenomenal video. So my topic, my topic today is gonna be about let me get my list. Okay, my topic today is gonna be about don't create false insecurities. So what I mean by that is basically I had an experience yesterday. I was attending one of my meetings, with my business team, and we do it through Zoom. And I noticed a lady, right? Because the Zoom, different profile pop up like in the different windows. That's the presenter is speaking. So this particular person or woman, I should say, popped up. But at that moment, she kind of took like that, that kind of sigh. And I'm sitting here in the back of my mind. I'm like, did she do that because that's just maybe appeared on her screen, or so that was like my initial thought, because the way that it happened. So then after through the meeting, I'm just reading her body language, because sometimes you got to be careful because you are on Zoom and people can see you in different profiles, so you have to make sure you keep yourself composed, and so it doesn't come off like because you might make someone feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? But that's depending on the situation. So after the meeting was done, then I was thinking to myself, I was just like, well, let me take a step back and not really take it as, as I was thinking. Because it's like knowing her the way that I do, because I've seen her a couple times, through the Zoom and our business team and our meetings and stuff. It's not like her, because she's usually, happy, full of life, and, very interactive, engaging, and, all these beautiful things. So I was like, so it can't really be me because, first of all, number one, there's many different screens that pop up. Two, I don't even know if I was the one that even popped up. Three, it probably is just something she's dealing with personally. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that's going on with her. Sometimes we get caught up in our own mind and we forget that we're on like a meeting or in a meeting through Zoom and people can see us. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so you have to be cautious of the way you respond with your body language, because sometimes we don't realize we're saying a lot by our expression and not really speaking it. You know what I'm saying? So that was my initial thought. So that's when the topic came to me. I was like, wow, that's so true. Don't create false insecurities like somehow I did something wrong when I know I didn't, and then now it's making me question and start questioning things. You know what I'm saying? And then that sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes you may misunderstand something, and then you take it as some kind of attack on you, or it's like if you did something wrong when you didn't, and now sometimes you get in your feelings, or you start retaliating, or start now categorizing this person in this narrow view, and then you start treating them as such, and the whole time it had nothing to do with you. You get what I'm saying? So this is what I want to talk about. Don't create false insecurity. That's why it's always good to make sure that you take a moment back and really analyze the situation, really allow yourself to think through it, so that way you can have a better understanding. Don't be so quick to jump in and respond and do the most, but really take some time to understand the situation. Especially if you already been around this person for a couple of times, then you already know their character, and if it's something outside their character, it's because they're dealing with something personally within themselves, and they probably just need time to heal or vent or whatever it may be for that specific person or individual. Because a lot of things, and when you begin to understand how the mind works, how belief system works, emotions, feelings, attachment, and all these things, then you begin to realize it's not you, but it's the person. That's their reflection of what they're going through currently, or their belief system around a certain topic or idea. So it's not necessarily you, but just them dealing with whatever it is. So this is why I want to talk about, explain not to create false insecurities, because there's no sense to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we can't make everybody happy. We can't please everybody. And some people just might not like you for whatever the reason. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, everything to do with them, nothing to do with you. If you know you didn't do nothing wrong to this person, So if they're acting some kind of way, that's because they choose to. That's because they're dealing with internal issues or internal battles. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I just wanted to, talk about this a little bit, because I feel like it was such a lightning bolt from God, because that's so true. How many times do we see something, or do we interact with people, and just because they did something physically, like like their body language gave off a different tone than what they was actually saying, now you're like in that judgmental mode, or just passing judgment, or now you're putting people in a box. You get what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important to really sit back and analyze the situation, so you don't make assumptions and start believing that those assumptions, because that's one of the things that I see is a big problem with a lot of people. They like to assume a lot of things about someone, and then make judgmental decisions based off their assumption, based on something they have no idea if it's true or not. That's why you have to be very clear and understand the facts before you start making decisions. That's why you need to have clear facts before you make any kind of decision, because you just can't be like, whatever, doing all this craziness. Absolutely not. Take your time, understand, grow from the understanding, and if you do need to address the situation, address it with a lot of love, grace and compassion and mercy, because when you talk to people that are going through something, you will understand that it was just them dealing with something, and those could be red flags, indicating that something might be up with this person, and if you are one that's bold and you are close with this person, or if not, then you can be like, are you sure you're okay? I feel like there's something going on with you, and if I'm here for you. If you ever want to talk, if you're comfortable about talking with it, then by all means, because I don't want you harboring or being in that chaos or that misunderstanding, when you could come to a resolution and both grow. And this depending on the situation as well. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, my videos, I love you. God bless you. I thank you. Comment, like, and subscribe, share. You already know. Let's take the world by storm. Until my next video. Peace.